Rising from the vibrant city of Kiryat Atta in northern Israel on May 28, 1965, Alon Aboutboul was destined to become one of Israel's most revered actors long before Hollywood discovered his depth. Growing up in a family of Algerian and Egyptian descent, he earned a spot at the prestigious Thelma Yellin High School of Arts, where he honed his craft and began a lifelong devotion to the stage and screen. His breakout in 1986's Two Fingers from Sidon won him the Jerusalem Film Festival's Best Actor Award and marked the beginning of a career that would span more than 4 decades. Shortly thereafter, he caught Hollywood's attention in 1987's Rambo III, playing opposite Sylvester Stallone. From that point on, Aboutboul became known as a consummate character actor, versatile, deeply emotional, and capable of transforming himself into figures as disparate as a Lebanese war veteran, an Israeli soldier, a conflicted poet, or a ruthless financier. Through the 1990s and 2000s, he dominated Israel's film and television scenes. He won an Ophir Award for Nina's Tragedies and continued taking on challenging roles in acclaimed Israeli dramas. Films like One of Us, which earned him another top acting award, showcased his ability to portray flawed but deeply human men. He wasn't just a leading man, he was the soul of every movie he entered. In 2005, he caught the eye of international filmmakers again with a small but unforgettable role in Steven Spielberg's Munich, where he played an Israeli soldier caught in the tense aftermath of the 1972 Olympics massacre. From there, he built an international resume that included Ridley Scott's Body of Lies, 2008, featuring Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe, and political thrillers like Septembers of Shiraz, 2015, and London Has Fallen, 2016. He appeared in more than 100 film and TV credits, including series such as Homeland, NCIS Fringe, The Mentalist Castle, Madam Secretary Twin Peaks, The Return, and most notably FX's Snowfall, where he played the magnetic drug Lord Avi Drexler for 5 seasons. Yet it was his role in 2012's The Dark Knight Rises that made him a household name globally. As Dr. Leonid Pavel, a captured Russian nuclear physicist ripped from a CIA jet and dropped into Gotham City by villainous Bane, Aboutboul delivered a haunting, emotional performance that transcended the film's spectacle. His Pavel didn't survive or forget, and his few moments on screen became the kind of poignant cameo fans still quote today. He also embraced meaningful Israeli cinema, starring in A Place in Heaven, 2013, which premiered at Toronto International Film Festival. His performances on TV included major Israeli dramas like Shabbatot V'Hagam, Beaufort, and Noodle, and his presence on screen was marked by an uncommon intensity and intelligence. He was known for vanishing into roles, whether as a soldier, a father torn by conflict, or a man haunted by history. Outside acting, Aboutboul was a thoughtful cultural voice. He once ran for Israel's Knesset under the Labour Party banner in 2006, raising questions and critique about corruption and leadership through essays and even music. Whether through columns or songs, he engaged deeply with his nation's soul. On July 29, 2025, the world lost this creative force. While swimming near Habonim Beach in Tel Aviv, he told onlookers he felt unwell, collapsed, and despite more than an hour of resuscitation efforts, he could not be revived. He was 60. Tributes immediately flooded in, from fans, co-stars, and Israel's Minister of Culture, who praised the depth, passion, and emotional honesty Aboutboul brought to every role. His death felt sudden, but his legacy had been decades in the making. He is survived by his longtime wife, Israeli director Shir Bilia, and their 4 children, a family he loved fiercely and always spoke of with pride. What made Aboutboul unique wasn't just the range of roles he played, but the humanity he brought to them. He was never flashy, but his presence lingered, whether playing grief in a soldier's eyes, moral conflict in a dictator's gaunt face, or love in a father's remembering smile. He gloried in complexity, a man who once played terrorists, kings, poets, criminals, and broken men, but never lost his own moral clarity. A statement from his manager captured it best. He possessed both a moral and spiritual clarity that is rare to find. That clarity anchored every performance and earned him respect from colleagues and critics alike. He received countless awards from Israeli Television Academy Prizes to Best Actor at festivals. Yet his greatest contributions may not be medals. They were moments. Moments like Dr. Pavel's terrified glance at Bain's plane, Avi Drexler's cold calculus under pressure, or the subtle fear in his war-etched features. Each bearing left a mark. His collaborations crossed boundaries. Hollywood directors sought his screen presence. Israeli filmmakers trusted his instincts. Actors admired his discipline. Young performers cited him as a mentor, even in absentia, because he taught them how to act with truth rather than technique alone. He continued working into 2025, having appeared in the miniseries The German, scheduled for release later that year. He was still creating, still living art. His final Instagram story, shared the day before his death, showed a peaceful ocean sunset with the caption, "An especially beautiful sunrise." Alon Aboutboul leaves behind a tapestry of stories: war, love, betrayal, redemption. He was, above all, an actor's actor, someone whose life felt seamlessly absorbed into his art. His craft was precision, his mission was honesty. Today, the bronze statue of his persona isn't standing anywhere yet, but he lives on in celluloid, in streaming shows, and in the memory of anyone who watched his performances and felt something real. He taught us that to become many people, you must first understand your own soul, and that human stories are the engine of empathy. For Israeli cinema, he embodied both tradition and global reach. For international audiences, he became the sophisticated character actor whose quieter moments spoke louder than explosions. And while we may never fully understand what collapsed that morning on the Israeli coast, we know this: Alon Aboutboul lived a full life. He chose roles that challenged systems and exposed truths. He was both soldier and poet, action hero and emotional compass. In an industry obsessed with youth and trend, he reminded us that excellence isn't about staying current. It's about being timeless. At 60, he was still climbing creative summits. His next chapter would have been another transformation. Instead, we hold on to the work he shared and the dedication he brought to every frame. He once said that art survives long after the artist is gone. If that's true, then Aboutboul will live on for generations. Because he wasn't just acting. He was telling human stories with precision, empathy, and fearless depth. He has vanished from our world, but through his performances, he remains.